Alright, another attempt. But no, I have no idea how much World X is going to take up. Hoping not a lot, because this will obviously be with items, so some of them are just large open areas, so the paint bursts will really make a number on that. So my hope is that it's not going to be too dramatic, but one of the things is, obviously in my original run, I wasted quite a bit of time on levels that I wasn't really familiar with. And so a lot of the time can be shaved just by purely being better at the game. But I mentioned earlier, this run's going to start out as being an any percent up until I get to World 8, and then I'm going to just revisit levels with Paint Burst, and just knock out early game levels. So early on, it's going to look very familiar. So these early worlds, it's going to look as if I'm not doing an all stages run. And that's just because we're going to revisit them with better items to better suit just blasting through levels. That was unfortunate. Thank you for the good luck. Ultimately, I'm not going to be too bent out of shape no matter what occurs. Even if I can't beat my 238, which I'm pretty sure I will be able to. But even if I can't, for some reason, I'm not going to be too bent out of shape over it. Because, I mean, regardless of what happens, this is still going to be, by default, a new record. Just because my old one is no longer valid. And then another thing this run will have to do that hasn't been done in a while is purchasing items. Like actually going to the shop and restocking, which hasn't had to be done in quite some time. And there are probably some levels that I could move up into later world, like doing during the revisits, because it would probably be faster than doing them now. But that's for later me to figure out if I want to really investigate. Like, I feel like this level would probably be significantly faster if I revisited while I had Paint Burst. Just because, it's a giant square. So, like, revisiting this level later might be more beneficial. But it's also still kind of fast the way we can do it now. And then I think after I finish World 7, I'm probably going to restock on max powers. I think that would probably be wise to do. I don't know how many times I'm going to make a pit stop at the store, but since I'm going to be revisiting a lot of early levels with Paint Burst, it's probably going to be quite a few times. Maybe not like necessarily after every world, but probably like after every world or two, just sort of, I'll just go by like what my stock looks like and like feel it out. Because like I said, I haven't really done any sort of practice. I just did a couple levels that I remember gave me trouble and tried to like look through them, figure out better ways to do them. Okay. So we're approaching the point where the run will actually truly begin in the way it's supposed to. And then I actually don't even really remember if World X unlocks if you've done all the levels except the final world, or if you need to finish the final world to unlock World X. I can't quite remember. Alright, and now it's time to revisit all the old worlds that I just ran through. But now I'll have all the items. So you can see there at the top I have the paint burst, which is going to come in handy. So now we just go right back down here to World 1. So like I said, there's probably still going to be instances where the items, like having paint burst, may not necessarily make something faster. That it may still be faster to play through it normally if I had just done it originally. But the reason I'm doing it this way is for the instances where having it would be beneficial. Like, do I need paint burst for this? Absolutely not. Just having Noir's abilities alone speeds up so much. And then we get to stuff like this where, yeah, having paint burst, very helpful. Because then I can just spam this giant open area. And then here's another one where having the paint burst will be helpful, because I can just stand in certain areas and just use it. Oops. That's a me problem. And then here, very obvious that paint burst would be helpful, because we can just use it to fill in all these spots. And then having the rolling fire is also going to be helpful for stages that require doubling up, like this one. I don't have to worry about it as much. Do. Oops. I probably could have actually salvaged that by like just pausing and then going into the items menu and quickly equipping a bomb. I probably could have avoided taking that death. Where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in using literally what the category is for, you know? Where's the fun in that? It's fine. See just how trivial some of these levels become when you have just insanely useful items. Oops, I didn't mean to actually walk back into that. Back when I was originally doing this, like the first time I was going to do this, I originally set my estimate to probably about an hour and a half. That did not occur because obviously my final run was 2.5 hours. I don't want to say that here where it's going to be an hour and a half, but I definitely think it's probably going to be closer to like maybe the low 2-hour mark. A lot of it really just hinges on how fast I can do World X after having not really done it. Yeah. And then stuff like this where I have to immediately remember on the fly how some of these are supposed to be done. Yeah. Because those give you a lot of tiles, so we want those. Oops. Hey, what do you mean? Oh, it's just it's not gonna let me do that. So this is the one where in the item list, I have to worry about making cycles and everything. Now I don't have to worry about that. I can just cheese my way through a lot of the obstacles in this one. And then a level that used to be in the route for the longest time. Whoop. I forgot. And I just did it again. Just so I don't have to worry about getting hurt, we'll just use that. Like I said, am I the smartest individual? No. Am I doing this the best way I possibly could? No. Am I just doing it because I'm here to have fun? Absolutely. This run is absolutely mostly just testing, learning, and then also just because I want to have my run be back on the board. And also to be most up-to-date way this run could be presented, because obviously the old run is invalid because there's new worlds. Doom, 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 boom. Oops. There's some levels that I'm really interested to see just get absolutely destroyed because of the way I'm doing this. This is one of them, where this level can get very obnoxious. But now I can just stand in a straight line. That turned at possibly the worst time. Actually, I should be able to just do this. Here's another good one. I don't even have to make any stop for that. And then I finally get to do this level without it being as much of a slog, because I can just... Nope, I didn't mean to do bomb twice in a row. Because I can just go in and just paint burst in spots. So much easier. Actually, I'm going to restock. I'm also so used to skipping the intro that I'm still holding X as I go in to levels. I don't know how much this one would be made faster by this. I guess it could be. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. And then this level used to be, I think, in World 8, prior to the update. This was a level that was done in the run because of how much faster the paint burst makes it. But now that the paint now that it's such a early level, we don't do it. Because we don't benefit from paint burst anymore. So you never get to see that level in the run anymore. And this is one where they want you to come back and do that at a later point. As you can see the jump panel. But I don't need to do it later. I can do it now. So I can just cheese that. Then missing something. Oh, yeah, the path down here. And I think no. But back here that it makes tiles. And then yeah, you can see that it drops me back over here, but now I have an invisible path I can make all the way down to this square. Oops. Oops, wrong button. Oops. That was the wrong one to jump on. It's supposed to be that one. That's better. And then we won't really know how much faster this is going to pan out up until we get when I can beat the final world, because then we'll get an actual idea of how much this is actually saving me doing it the way I'm doing it. Like with the going back later and doing, like redoing levels later in line. Because once I can, or actually I think it's World 9. World 9 is where we'll start to see it. So that's where I just saved the splits from before. So World 9, we'll get a look to see just how much this does or doesn't improve. We'll just have to see. I mean, it's going to improve it. There's no doubt in my mind that this is just going significantly faster than before, but to what extent, I don't know. That remains to be seen, at least for now. We'll get to see it in a little bit. Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. Alright, on to World 6. I don't need to restock. I can actually probably just save some of that just by doing it that way. Do 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 do. And then I think even before my previous run, I don't think I used as many, like, bomb, like, I didn't abuse the bombs in vulnerability frames as much as I should have. I'm pretty sure. Stop dashing into a corner of me. Making yourself look like a fool. Do do. Bum 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 bum. And then this level used to also be in the route at one point. In the any percent route. Just after we figured out how good rat paper strafing was, we had gone through and revisited a lot of levels that were just straight lines like this and started working them in. But as we got better, other levels ended up still being significantly faster. Yeah, I guess. Even though the super jump I can't really avoid I can't like not use it here. Which is gonna mean that I can't use any items, but I will still have Noir's abilities to make use of. And I don't need that. Might as well just get this. Bum 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 bum. Come on. We just passed the 1 hour mark. I probably didn't need to use that max power there, but oh well. It's not like this is trying to be uber optimized. If that was the case, I had been like, this is if this is what uber optimized is supposed to look like, then yeesh. Speaking of which, boom 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 boom. Bum 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 bum. Ah. Doom, doom, doom. Ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. Is there something I missed over here? No, I think these are... Yep. No. No. Nope. Nope. See, these are ones where it probably would have paid to like actually figure these ones out. Or like stop and think for more than like 2 seconds. But who wants to think in these days? In modern era, who wants to think? I'm missing a key somewhere. Where that... Where the hecky is that? Unless... Oh, I wonder if hitting that switch moves that, probably. Yep. False alarm. Oop. Slightly false alarm. I am just blind. No need for concern. Okay, and then on to the final revisit, and then we just straight up rush through levels. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Do, do, do. Actually, we'll just do that the fast way. Why waste time? Do, do, do. Oops, I didn't mean to hold back that much. Wow. Very fortunate that I got that without really, like, paying attention too much. Oops. I accidentally hit my mic. I believe this level at one point was a contender for the run after Noir's introduction, because I think this level I could like find a way to make it like a frame or so faster, or not even really a frame. Like I could make it like just barely faster, but not consistently faster. And so I ended up not including it anywhere. There's a couple levels that sort of fall into that category of like, technically they could be faster, but also you gotta be like really on top of it to make it faster. So they just didn't really make the cut. There's quite a few of those out and about. Yo, thanks for the good luck. I think it's been going pretty good so far. Well, we're really gonna see... We're gonna really see how much this run improves on my last one once we finish World 9. Because I have the original splits from that, my original run, loaded. You're just not seeing them because I haven't, you know, actually technically gone back and done levels that I've already or worlds that are already done by this point. So once we get to that, then we'll see just how much this actually improves things when I get to that point. Oops. Okay, and now we'll restock as we go into World 8. So this will be the first world that I don't have to do a revisit for. I'll just do a full clear in one go. And then you can see on my splits that in my last run, I finished World 9 at the 233 mark. So now is when I'll do all the levels in a world. So because I'm in short mode, after 5 levels, it's going to try and kick me out. I'll have to tell it I want to go back. Then I think it was this one. Nope, one more. And then this. There is one level that I really fear in World X, and I fear that I'm going to be stuck in it for a bit because I'm really not a fan of the fan tiles. And there used to be, I think during my last run, there was a little exploit you could do where if you used the shoulder buttons to turn the camera, you could actually shift where you were spinning on the fan tiles. That has since been patched out, so it's no longer a thing. So I did try to practice one of those levels, or that level that I specifically am afraid of. But even in practice, I couldn't get consistent at it. So it's probably just going to be one of those ones that I just kind of have to wing it and pray. So we want to go back in so we can finish. Shield. You never know. Okay, so this is the one that I practiced for a bit. Because this is a level that in my previous run I spent an insane amount of time in this level. Just because I couldn't quite figure out what was going on. Because it had been so long since I had done this level casually that I completely forgot what the level was even, what the level even was. So now we go down here. Yeah. Didn't mean to do that one. Whatever. Because I really don't want to die. Game over here. There we go. Instead of spending many minutes on there, now I'm in and out. Just because I actually took a look at where I needed to actually go. Or where a good path to even go was. Earlier I had said I had basically done like almost no practice. That was like one of the few things I did practice. What? I think that's another level I kind of spent way too long on in my previous attempt. No, I just barely missed it. Okay, so now is the time where we get to see, well, the moment we get to see how much time this will improve. Of course, this still won't have to account for the fact that there's still a whole extra world I have to do still. So while it's going to look like this save is going to be massive, I still have to do a whole nother world on top of what I normally would be doing. Oop. Thank you for the good luck. I don't know if it'll be sub 2. I would like, because I still have to do World X after this. So I have to do World 9, the final world, then World X. So there's still quite a bit left to do. And then this dreaded level, this really slow level. This painfully slow level where I just have to watch as stuff just rotates and then hope that I can make a cycle. And then if I get lucky, these platforms will align in such a way where I can skip standing around. Don't know why these weren't ever sped up. Because this waiting game is not interesting. Do 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 do. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Mm. Oops, I didn't mean to hit. All right. Do, do, do. These kinds of puzzles are the ones that I fear the most, are the fan tiles. Just because I feel like no matter what I do, sometimes I just, like, I could be at the same angle, and sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. It just feels like a weird crapshoot, where it used to be I could cheese them by just turning the camera with the shoulder buttons during these sections. But as you can see, nothing's happening, because they patched that. And I could just redirect where I was turning. And then I can kind of cheese this by just using iframes. Mm. 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 This one's kind of evil for this. For all of these, putting all those tiles in such a precarious spot like that. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, okay. Okay, now I have to be very careful. Because any misplay is now instant death. Or is the game over? I have to be very careful. I also kind of forget which direction I'm supposed to be going. Oh, that's right here. I was gonna play it uber safe. I'd rather play it like with wussy strats and ensuring that I don't game over. Oops. Alrighty, and then I am going to restock for the final world, just so I can spam the paint burst a little bit more. Oops. Do 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 do. Or did I miss one tile? Oh, there we go. Okay, and now I need to get through this. And then quickly get back into my save. And now we unlock World X. And then again, we'll restock before going in. I won't need that many bombs, so I won't buy a whole bunch. Do do do. The theme to World X is really good. And then I don't think I need the super jump because areas where there are the tiles that I would normally have to be worrisome, I can just damage boost across. Alright. Oops. Where? Oh, there we go. Hey, there we go. This is the one that changed what world this level was in. So this used to be, I think, an early world level too, but got moved to being World X. That's fine, I missed that one. This is also, I think, one of the levels I remember seeing like the most amount of people talking about like enemy spam. Like, I remember this level used to be, a lot of people complained that this level was just like enemy spam, and like it was like one of those things where it's like they say, oh, it's not actually challenging because all you're doing is just making a million enemies everywhere. Alright, the dreaded level. The level where I'm at the mercy of how the fans function. Will they work for me or will they not? Will the fans be nice to me? Now you can see why this level is one I was debating leaving for last. Just because this just doesn't work. This mechanic just is wonky. Nope, not what I meant to do. I think it's actually like that. So a little bit. It's like one of those things that I know there has to be like a good lineup and everything. Like there just has to be, because it's just how things are. But it's just like, it feels like I can I can stand in the same exact spot and get different results somehow. And it's like, that just baffles me. Like, how am I getting different results when I'm not changing where I'm standing, you know? Not to mention you have to sit here and wait this whole duration out. Okay. I think that was the last one. Yep. Okay. That level I feared. That was at the start of the stream. I mentioned that there was one level in this run that I feared, and that was that level. Right, now, unfortunately, I have to actually take the super jump. And I just jumped off the edge. Fantastic. Oops. Didn't see that guy. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's right. There's these. I think this used to be World 9, this level. I think this level used to be in World 9. I'm kind of surprised it got moved, because I don't even really recall it being like a difficult level or anything. I remember this level actually used to be in contention for being in the run because of how quick you could make it. Actually, I can't go there yet because I don't have the key. Oops. Oh. Okay, that was unfortunate. I forget. I don't remember if those are invisible tiles. No, they are not. They are tied behind a key. Oh. I'm so used to things not being able to get rid of your super jump. Yeah, me too. That's an oof one. Alright, the final level. This is it. 2:21:15. For reference, my previous run with one whole less world was 2:38. So 17 minutes faster with a whole extra world.